It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
You don't bet against him, man. Don't do it. It's a mistake.
No, Thomas Brady is a man I literally would never bet against. For the sole fact that he just doesn't slow down. Like he only gets better? Isn't that weird?
Kinda his game.
Yeah, I find it odd. I find it super odd. I gotta clean up my camera.
His game. We're just a part of it.
Seriously, doesn't it feel like he's playing like he is like he only plays, it seems like, for fantasy points. Like even games he loses, he gets like 40 points. It's like, what?
He's a monster.
Fuck. I respect it.
Puts those points on the board.
I'm gonna click my light off real quick. Can I reach it from here?
Clit.
My clit.
Clit your light
I
off.
am the clit commander. Let's see if I can
I
scissor
am the
kick
clit
it.
commander. You want to scissors the clit?
Yeah, scissor kicked it.
Scissor clit it.
Mm.
Papi muñeño.
You love you wrong time. Holy fuck. And my chair just keeps spinning me. I'm not doing any of this. This is Ghost. Fucking Ghost.
Going full Doctor, and here we go. Gonna be sick.
Going to bomb. Yeah, he's like, for real though. I could. Nah, I got coffee. I'm so happy. Got some bean juice to fuel me. Work was what it always is.
Work.
Nightmare fuel. Boom, that's some ASMR I just recorded. I'll eventually get my my real mic set up. Eventually.
I need to do the same.
Yeah, like I've just noticed with my headset, a lot of like, you can hear my mouth pops, like more of my cheeks have air in it. It's like
trying to say you need a pop filter.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a lot better when I have my actual mic, my SM58, the arm up, and then the pop filter, and then head cannons. Because then I can just turn up the gain and then be as far away from it as I want. Which is nice. It's a nice feature. I just need to buy the Scarlet, and then I'll be fine.
All will be Gucci.
It'll all be fine. How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn arm hurts like a motherfucker. I got my first COVID shot yesterday.
Ooh.
When I got my first vax shot, that bitch fucking, dude, that shit really does hurt. Like the first like 24, 48 hours.
Yeah,
It's like somebody gave me a dead arm for 2 days.
Yeah,
you just can't raise it
there for a little bit.
Yeah.
It just feels like, I don't know, it feels like I fucking got just hit in the arm real hard, and it's just still there. I'm like, go away now.
My first one wasn't too bad. The second one is the one that like.
Second one just
sucked.
Yeah, it just made me tired.
Body aches, and then you're restless.
No,
I'll be real. I caught the sleepies on the first shot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like got done, got home, and maybe like an hour or two later, I was just kind of like, what's wrong with me? I'm like, I am fucking tired. I was like, it's like 3 p.m. What the fuck? And I was like, all right, guess I'm just gonna go to bed now. Just laid down for like hour, 2 hours, woke up, felt better. Then I was like, my arm hurts. What the fuck?
I don't think I experienced like with the first shot. I think it was just a sore arm. Like I made sure to like move it because that's what the lady told me. She was like, it's gonna be sore. She's like, but if you like, keep working your shoulder, it'll be all right. So like I did that, and it was just like it felt like it literally felt like when someone like gives you a dead arm, but like the last hit they do is like a real fucking nice one.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, ow. Yeah. It was that, and then the second one. Chelsea and I both got like body aches and went like hot. We were like cold but hot You know, like that where your body is just like
Yeah.
so cold, but you're sweating profusely.
Did you get a Pfizer or Moderna?
We were Moderna people.
That's what I got too.
Yeah.
I'm a
Which
Phi guy.
yeah, Adam was a Phi guy.
Pfizer.
You know, it's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, and then they're like, "Oh, you need to get a booster," and I'm just like, I feel like it.
I'll get one at some point in time.
When I saw that, I was like, I'm probably good on the booster. Like, I only need the 2 shots to do whatever I want to do.
I mean, you already had
So they-
COVID, so it's fine.
Yeah. So until they start mandating that 3rd shot, I don't want to fucking mandating air quotes. for
Get
everyone.
ready, boys. They're going to start mandating it. They're taking away our abortions. They're doing it all, baby. All of our rights are gone now.
It's
But for real, though.
I can imagine it's not going to take long before they try to stop again, like the interstate traveling. Well, somebody posted like some fucking tin hat shit where it was like, I think Pfizer just got approved to start making a shot for like kids 5 to like 11 years old or whatever the fuck it is, and then the Omicron comes out, which also fucked me up. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Like that's all I said. Like I heard the name, I said, what do you mean? Like what do you mean? Like
Yeah.
Megatron's fucking cousin is coming to take over the earth. Like Omnicron? What the fuck are you talking about?
What is
That's
that?
not even. That's the new fucking COVID variant.
Is it the one out of Africa?
Yeah, they call it
But
Omnicron.
actually out of England.
Is it out of England? I heard about it.
They
I
discovered
heard
it in Africa, but they are tracing it back to like England or Europe or somewhere like that.
Thanks a lot.
I just don't think there's
Thanks a
anything
lot,
you
not
can
America.
do about it. I like this
Thanks a
podcast.
lot, Queen Elizabeth.
This
Fuck
podcast
you.
really went like
Bitch.
we're almost up there with Joe Rogan now, right? Like talking
Bro,
about
joking.
COVID and all that. I have to do the Joe Rogan where he's like, I think there's nothing you can do about it. No, but truly I don't think there's anything you can do now. It's just like a common cold that's just gonna keep going around and mutating and like we can keep trying to like stay ahead of it, but like it feels like something that's not possible. You know?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, I just feel like if more people just didn't get sick, we'd be okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
all right. All I know is the more shit that keeps happening. I just got my new job as well, so
oh, nice.
that's gonna start on
Nice.
probably the 13th. So on top of that, that's
Woo-hoo.
just more times that it's gonna be work from home shit. So you know what? Bring on the motherfucking COVID strains. I ain't fucking worried about it. That's just more time I'll get to stay at home.
I'm just working to like get my house stuff situated, get our pre-approval in a month probably, apply for it, and then by then I'll definitely have my half of the down payment saved, and then I'll just build my savings, and then whenever we actually do get a house, then I'll debate on getting a new job altogether, because I'm just like, it's just mentally, emotionally tiring. It's like, ugh, I don't fucking like this shit.
I just looked at some houses yesterday too. Took up a good bit of my time going from place to place, in and out, checking some stuff out. But I think we found one that's gonna work. It's just whether or not the loan's gonna get approved for it. But it's cheap. It just needs work. Which is
Yeah.
kind of the nice part. The house is like only like 1,100 square feet, but
How many
put
bedroom?
technically it's 2 bedroom, 1 bath, but the one room is like it doesn't make any sense. Like there's the back door leads into like what's supposed to be a mud/laundry room, and then the master bedroom's on the other side of it. But it's up by like this super terrible chintzy wall. So like my first thought, I was like, we could probably just annihilate this wall and turn this into an actual master bedroom with a bathroom. So the idea is to take out the wall, do a small remodel in the kitchen because the kitchen's not big. Take out the wall, put in an actual bathroom, a proper bedroom, refinish the hardwood floors that are there already, and paint, and that's it.
It makes me think of
So-
the South Park episode where Randy Marsh has like the home renovation show, white people
his
renovating
H-
houses. He goes, it's
yeah.
called an open concept. I fucking love that episode.
No, that fucking episode's great. I love when he gets his little HGTV show.
Yeah, and he's sick of like the fucking racist rednecks in the town talking, and then they all
Yeah.
become Alexas and shit. It's so great. But no, like that's awesome. That's gonna be sick. I know you're looking at them. Did your dad like officially list the house?
No, not yet.
Oh snap!
He still has some work to do on it. He gets his knee replaced the Monday I come back. the
Dang.
13th, so
Den.
he'll be out for a little bit.
Gives you
Oh
time.
shit! In this market, that house will probably sell in like fucking 2 weeks anyway.
It
Every-
won't even be that long, I bet.
No.
Yeah,
It's gone.
everything's
It'll be
just fucking
gone in,
going,
like, 2
going.
days.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 days because it's right down the road from the school, so it's like people are always about that shit.
It's right
I
off
gotta be.
a major road.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I don't understand is why houses are selling so fast. Like, I understand that like COVID's happening still, but it's not like people are getting stimmies
It's
and getting extra money and shit. Like, why the fuck are houses being
because
so heavily bought?
mortgage rates are really low,
Mhm.
so
Oh
it's
fuck! You know what? That's
a
right. I
good time
forgot
to
when
buy.
I looked. The first mortgage rate I saw was like fucking 2.9 something. I was like, holy shit! I was like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
incredibly low.
super low right now. That's why everything goes super quick because mortgage rates are really, really good.
Before I moved to Lancaster, when we were looking, they were 4.5.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can't afford this. Then when we moved to Texas, I'm seeing like down here, I'm like, yeah, this is easily workable. I mean, Johnny just bought his condo, so it's nice too. It's a nice area in the Galleria, the fancy
The
part
Giela.
of downtown.
Galleria.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious. There's somebody on the third floor that has a dope Lambo.
Oh shit! That's what's up.
And it's in the parking garage, and it just makes me laugh because they back it in, and
Mhm.
uh it's like bright yellow, and I was like, this is somebody who knows what they're doing. Like, if you're buying a Lambo and you buy just like, unless you have murdered out like matte black, like a shiny black looks stupid. You could go red,
Yeah.
but red's like a Ferrari color, so like
Yeah.
Lambo wise, you got to go like the orange, the yellow. It's just like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's a guy.
It's funny you said that because I feel like every generation of a new Lambo coming out has a color. Because like
Mhm.
when you said red, not a Lambo, the only Lambo I ever think red, like the Lamborghini Diablo, that's a red Lambo.
Yeah, it's
You
supposed to
say
be.
like the Countach, that bitch is yellow. Like in like the Murcielago, that bitch is usually probably like that one. I always remember seeing in purple. Like that was like the big color for that one.
Yeah, I
And
think
then it
that
just goes
there is
on
like,
and on.
I think that it is like something they strive to do. But it just made me laugh too. As soon as I saw that thing, or like lime green, you're like, oh, what a fucking asshole! I love it. Like,
Yeah,
it does.
that's
It's not like it
yeah.
makes the car look good, but like it's because you can, like it's because like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be an exotic car. It might as well have an exotic color. Like, anybody that buys like a white sports car is just wasting their fucking money. It's like, you got it because it was the cheaper option. Like, white's literally just primer. I'm like, don't be a cheap ass. You go fancy, you go hard, or do a wrap on it.
That's kind of the nice thing. If you get a white car, you could just wrap it any color. Fuck the extra money on the paint job. If you're gonna wrap it, why even shell out the extra money for the different paints? You might as well just fucking get whatever you want.
Man, I would love to see something stupid like a plaid, a plaid Lambo.
Dude, there was a guy, or no, there is a guy, sorry. He's on YouTube. He's out of Hershey. I think his YouTube is Street Speed 717 or 717 Street Speed. It's one of the two. But he's like extremely popular just in YouTube in general, plus obviously around here. One
Hmm.
of the things that made him huge is how we have the Corvette show in Carlisle every year.
Yeah.
He fucking like wrapped a Z06 and did like some crazy like tie-dye fucking splotching like color on it on a wrap. So it was like fucking green, purple, red, orange, had all these crazy fucking colors on it. And then of course as he's driving into Carlisle, and it's a fucking vet show, all these old fucking white dudes with their fucking pants high and tight past their belly buttons, like, you ruined that car. Look what you did to that car. You ruined it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Or do like the oil slick where it like
Oh
changes
wait, the
colors.
iridescent, like, yeah, that shit looks cool. I love that shit. Or the fleck paint where it has the two colors in it. Like if remember the car from fucking was it was a GTO from the Triple X movies that Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson would drive. Dude, that thing was that was badass.
I also
Love
dig
that
those
shit.
cars. Like, so there's like this exotic thing that they do where, depending on the temperature or like how much sunlight, it changes the color of the car. Like,
That's
those are
kind of
cool as
cool.
shit. Like,
I would get behind that. That's pretty sweet.
but then again, it's like, that's when you have fuck you money, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I never introduced the show. Fuck it. It's just another day with
David.
Adam?
Elliott. Yeah, no, it's just funny. Like, I just started thinking about that. I was like, if you own a car like that, you better go balls to walls. Like the people who own trucks too, like if you're buying an expensive truck, it better be lifted and it better just like have like ridiculous exhaust or like the fucking snorkel on it or something. Like if you're gonna go that hard, go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there was a guy that did that. I saw this truck literally like I think it was 3 days ago. I went shooting up at Trops,
Hmm.
and it was amazing. This guy had a giant lifted white fucking like Chevy Colorado. No, it was the Silverado. It was the big one. It was the Silverado. This thing easily had like a 10-inch lift kit on it. Like this motherfucker was off the fucking ground. Like it was high up, all white. And then he had like these blue LEDs in the fucking wheel well, so you could see the fucking lift kit lit up and everything else underneath it. You could see the new springs and everything. And then he had was it, I think it's is it I think it's Bentley that does it or Rolls Royce. One of them has that thing where when you get in the car and look at the ceiling, it has all the little lights plugged into the ceiling, so it's like a little like fake thing of looking at the stars when you sit in the seats.
Oh, that's
Dude
cool.
did that. He did that inside the fucking truck too, and of course because it's so high off the ground, you can just look up and see it, and it's fucking sick. I was like, dude, this guy did it right. Like this is one of the coolest fucking lifted trucks I've ever seen.
Like what would be the lamest like I don't know. I wouldn't even say lamest car to own, but you know what I mean. Like, think
Ford
about
Ranger.
well, like those like like if you're thinking expensive vehicles, like what's the yeah, Ford fucking Ranger? What's like the lamest like high end car? Like I don't even know.
Okay, like the lamest exotic type car, like
Yeah, like what would be like something
something
rich people buy,
sporty.
and you look at it and you're like a Rolls Royce. You think like dope because one thing you buy it for somebody else to drive it for you. Like you know what I mean?
They look incredible, and they do have some fucking power to them. Like Rolls Royce and Bentley are. Well, Bentley has some really cool fucking sports cars, but besides that, if you were literally asking me about personally about the lamest fucking sports car not built in America you could buy, the first fucking car I'd throw out next to a Mustang would be anything made by Alfa Romeo,
Oh yeah.
like a Giulia or something. The outside looks amazing, but those cars fucking suck.
Dude, I would love a Land Rover. Like an old one. Not the newer ones are okay too, but I love the older ones. Like
I don't.
pre-90s.
I'd like a fucking just somewhat modded. Not I don't have to get crazy, but of course you could. But it'd be cool just to have like one of the fucking Jeep Gladiators, small little lift on it,
The
couple
is that
lights,
that's
nothing
the truck,
crazy, bigger
right?
tires. Yeah, it's the fucking Jeep truck.
Yo, my sister has the Sasquatch edition, all white Jeep truck that's like super decked out for
That's
like
cool as shit.
four-wheel drive and like the interior is like really fucking sick nasty and she bought it cuz like when they go up to their cabin and shit if it's snowing cuz it's up in State College. She was
Okay, yeah.
like, "I'm not getting fucking stuck cuz their driveway's like really long. It's like half a mile."
Oh shit. Okay.
And it like gets plowed out like it's like one of the last ones to get plowed out. So she's like, "Yeah, like if I'm going to the cabin and shit, I want to be able to just fucking destroy that snow with my big ass truck." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's fair."
Dude, I
Like
get that.
I laughed at the Jeep truck, but then I rode in it and I was like,
Nice.
"My
That's pretty
God, I'm a
nice.
fool."
Yeah.
Plus, it just retains so much value. Like if I were smart. Like young me in high school when Jeeps weren't expensive, like when I could have gotten like a Wrangler for like 16 grand, I would have, because now it's worth fucking 20 grand even after like 150,000 miles. And I'm like, what? It's a
I
Jeep
mean,
thing.
it's the same thing though. It's all just inflation. Like, even if you bought one now in the low 20s, you buy it now in a couple months, if everything keeps going the way it's going with manufacturing, it's still gonna be worth another 5-6 grand more than you paid for it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like even my Subi is gonna be worth money, so but I just think it's funny because like just Jeeps, man, they only go up in price. It's fucking
See,
ridiculous.
you're not wrong, but the thing is, man, Jeeps, when you have an issue with them though, and something goes wrong, you fucking spend so much money to fix it. You gotta, if anything goes wrong on a Jeep that's not an oil change, you're putting at least probably 300-400 bucks out of the gate into that bitch, like over and over and over, and it just becomes a fucking nightmare.
Do you remember Hawkinsmith's Jeep Wrangler, his black one? It was
Vaguely.
it was so funny because like he loved that thing. It was a stick shift. It was one of the few like I drove it a couple times when we were like if it's like somebody was so fucking drunk, I was like I can drive stick. So I drive it to like Sheets and stuff or like Turkey Hill when the band would have parties. And like I remember the one time he came to work, like when we worked at the warehouse, and it just wouldn't start. And he was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" And he's like, "Is it the battery?" And since we worked at an auto warehouse, we just grab a battery to test it, not the battery. We're like, "What the fuck?" He like had to call the dealership to come and get it. And it was an older one, and it was like the next day. I was like, so what's wrong? And he's like, I don't know. All I know is it's gonna cost me $1,500.
Yeah, that's Jeep talk right there.
Ooh,
That's exactly how that
I was
goes.
like, ooh, I was like, didn't you buy it like used and all this? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, isn't it certified? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I was like, isn't that anything you can do? He's like, that's after all the discounts, man. I was like, ooh. And we were only making like $300 a week.
Oh God.
Yeah, we didn't get paid much like working there. It was like if you worked overtime, you maybe got like 350 a week. But we got paid weekly, so but it's still like that's not enough money. That's like, "Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
There goes a month and a half of work, Dylan." That shit was a nightmare.
And 1,200 bucks a month is can't live on that.
Dude, I don't know how Chelsea and I did it for so long. Like where we both made barely $10 an hour and lived out on our own and like didn't take money from parents or anything. Like we look back on that, we're like, dude, what the fuck? We lived so hard. We would go to TJ Rockwell's once a weekend with Adam. We would allow ourselves to buy one drink. You could get a meal with fries, and we would make sure to eat all of that because we knew there was no such thing as like waste.
Right,
And then
right,
we
right.
would go back home and drink. Like we would buy like most of the time what we buy like a case of like a 6-pack or something, or we would buy like a bottle of something.
Yeah.
I think that's back when I made woo woos too. So I was just making like woo woos all night. So I'd buy like a fucking $10 bottle of like New Amsterdam, and then like a $2 bottle of like cranberry juice, and then I'd buy like a $5 bottle of peach schnapps. And I was like, well, that's all we're drinking tonight. And Chelsea would
Yep.
buy like fucking uh like tequila and make like margaritas and shit. Not much has changed for her, but but yeah, it's just crazy. Like, and then we play darts all night and smoke cigars on the
Yep.
porch. Like, fucking
Darts
mechanics
was
were so good.
darts was good on the porch though.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, whenever we have a house, I have to get a new dartboard because I threw mine out because it got really fucked up. It got bent in half
Oh,
in the move from Mechanicsburg to Lancaster. I think it was just like in a box that got crushed. Not a big deal. I mean, dartboards are like $20. It's nothing crazy. But I still live like as if I made $10 an hour, which has been pretty all right.
helps you save the rest of it, man.
You have to. I mean, I was so used to being poor, so it's like so easy to keep living that way.
Like, I can be poor still. I know what this is like.
Yeah, like occasionally I splurge where it's just like on the weekend we'll be like, let's go out to eat, and then we'll come back and buy a 6-pack each, and then see if we like what we bought to try new things out. Tomorrow I
Show.
think we're going to Specs because Chelsea wants to infuse some mezcal with some jalapeno.
A little spicy boy.
Jalapeno. Or however that one kid said that in the video. Say it again. Jalapeno. Oh, man. Yeah, she wants spicy
I don't know what
mezcal.
video you're talking about.
Oh, I have to find it. It's this rednecky kid who's like trying to say jalapeno, but he's calling it jalapeno or pino or something. It's so fucking stupid. He's like 8. But no, yeah,
Oh,
Chelsea wants to
makes sense.
make some spicy mezcal for foosball for the tailgating,
Yeah.
which we have our grill and I have propane, so we're ready.
Fucking good to go.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. Tailgating before the football game. I don't even know where we're sitting. Doesn't matter.
50-yard line, like up top, I think.
Really? Oh, we're gonna see everything.
Yeah.
David, our fucking tickets were cheaper than the fucking the what the fuck is it called? Where they charge the fee for
Oh, like the actual like convenience, not the convenience fee, but like the state
whatever
entertainment fee or
whatever
whatever.
the Ticketmaster fee is.
Oh yeah.
Our tickets were cheaper than the fee. So like that's like
Fuck does
60%
that
of
say?
what we paid was for that. Yeah, our tickets were like what, $23? Like Adam, something like that. After
Good
Yeah,
lord.
total was like $30. It was like nothing.
for an NFL game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like dumb cheap.
Dude, that's why I was like laughing. I was like, yeah, you goddamn right, I'll pay that. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just think it's gonna be so good to be at that game. I've never been to that stadium. I think isn't it? It's downtown, right, next to the Astros
I would
stadium,
assume so, yeah. I think so.
which doesn't matter.
It's
I mean,
down. It's near there, I think. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, depending on how far, I wonder how far it is going to be from Johnny's. Because fuck, we might be able to just like, we might be able to grill at Johnny's and then just fucking Uber down to it,
Uber
Uber down there, and then
save you a
party.
lot of bullshit.
Save us a lot of parking and then dealing with cops. But yeah, I'm so excited. So excited for foosball. I think it's gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah. Now I may not be going to a football game, but nice enough for me on December 9th in HMAC, I will be attending a Riff Raff concert.
A Riff Raff concert.
Yeah, Riff Raff is coming
What?
to HMAC on December 9th. I just
Oh,
found that
shit.
out. It's like $15, or if you're willing to fork out the cash, $50 for a VIP fucking meet and greet. I was like, yo, I'm getting a $50 ticket. I'm fucking going in on it. I'm about to go fucking see the Peach Panther himself.
Dude, all right, I have to look up more stuff on HMAC. Go on.
They're getting fucking better shows. Like I swear to God, like every couple months, like they keep getting bigger and bigger shit, and I'm like, this is nice.
Do they have new management? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Yeah, new people bought it like a couple of years ago and have been like
Well, I do.
trying to
Yeah,
fix
that
it up a
is
little
obviously
bit
true.
more.
They're definitely utilizing the venue section. They're fucking making that shit work.
Of course, when I move
Yeah.
away.
'Cause Club XL never got any of the shit. Like they had some okay shit every now and
Oh,
again, but
I've heard some things. They're getting some nice bands coming.
who Club XL?
Yeah.
Dang.
I won't say it on air because it's not released yet, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Ah,
Okay.
fair enough. Adam does have the
I don't
insights.
want to ruin the my inside sources, you know.
I feel that. Understandable. We got to protect the rights of employees.
I'm willing to wait. Yeah.
You're like, I'm willing to wait
If you can wait like
15
half
minutes.
hour to an hour, I
I
will
was
tell
gonna
you.
say. You're like, if you got 15 minutes after this, I can tell you all about it. Nah, like I haven't been to a concert in a long time, but I would totally. Well, see, I like small venues. A lot of this like club shit is fine, but I don't want to go to like a big old festival. but I might have to just to see Robert Zombie.
Oh, dude. The fucking show that he puts on, and I told you before, is just absolutely insane.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta
But
go see it.
when the next festivals will happen, I got no fucking idea. But I mean, well, actually, I guess I can't say that. It's gonna happen this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain of it, but I don't know if he's vaxxed. I don't know if he's gonna go through all that because it seems like you can't even
Tour.
get in. Well, you can't even get into most venues now without a vax card or a fucking like pre-screening that you're not fucking sick with a mask on in the fucking show.
I'm waiting to see if the fucking gathering of the Juggalos happens this year, and
I fucking hope not.
and dude, you may say that, but the acts that play it are really fucking good. Gucci Mane has done it the last 5 years. Rob Zombie does it. Like a bunch of good artists go to it, and like that aren't the ICP. And for the most part, like ICP only headlines like the last night. So like you don't even have to go for that, but like you can see some real good fucking bands there. Like metal bands that you wouldn't think, or like Chan has played it, like stuff like that. Like just weird shit you would
Oh,
never expect. You're like, what the fuck are they doing there? And like good rap acts, like it's just funny. Migos have played it. It's just like, dude,
listen,
am I
my
gonna have to go to
biggest
them?
no, like bruh, like honestly, I can't do it. My biggest problem isn't the bands that
Is
show
the
up.
Juggalo culture,
It's the gross fucking people that are gonna be there. Like I don't fucking want anything to do with these fucking people.
bro? Just because they vape and don't shower and drink Fago doesn't mean you gotta hate them, bro.
Yeah, it does. It's absolutely what it means. It's not only that. There's a lot of other reasons, but that's a part of it.
Dude, if I can see the East Atlanta Santa, I'll do it.
You can see Gucci anywhere. Gucci's just around, man. You don't gotta go to the gathering for Gucci.
Yeah, but Tay
Plus,
Keith could be there too. That would be dope.
that's hard to not go for Take Keith.
Tay Keith is a fucking legend.
But I don't want to see the Juggalos. That's my problem. I don't want to see the Juggalos. I don't even want to be around them ever. Like, what if they try to do something clown-like? I don't want that.
They're just clowning around, bro.
Like, it's one of those places that I definitely don't belong. Because while everyone else is trying to have a good time,
You
not
be
like the
having a
people
bad
I'm
time.
with. Well, yeah, not just the people I'm with, like the gross people. I'm like, oh look, they're doing whippets. Like, I just want to hit you in the face.
See, I think that's like it's like half the culture. It's kind of like when everybody assumes everybody at like festivals like on Molly or acid. It's only like maybe 3/4 of the crowd.
That's 3/4 too many.
It's true. I mean, I'm
That
just saying.
that's already enough for me to be like, you know what, Juggalos, you do whatever you're gonna do, and I'll just stay over here away from that whole brand.
I feel that.
Your genre of people is not for me.
I mean, I honestly don't think I'm going to any festivals anytime soon, just because of like I hate people. I hate people. I
Yeah,
hate
that's
large
a good
crowds of
reason.
people who are like cattle.
I mean, there's a lot of good fucking like there's a lot of good festivals that come every summer and shit. I just don't know how they're gonna be right now. Like I've always wanted to do the fucking what is it like the 70,000 tons of metal where you get on a fucking cruise ship with like 20 metal bands and everybody's just on the cruise ship hanging out from like Florida to the Bahamas somewhere on a fucking 4-day fucking little excursion.
Or
Like that's
there's the one metal festival that takes place in West Virginia. It's like
which,
4 days.
one's that?
It's a black metal festival. I can't remember the name of it, but it takes place in the woods of West Virginia, and you basically have to like backpack to the place.
Jesus Christ.
It's a dope festival from what I've heard. It's like 4 days of just like awesome bands, and like you kind of just have to you have to be in the know to know when it's taking place. Because
That sounds
I've only
cool.
heard about it, like once or twice, and like the one time I was offered to go, like it was like me and like Andy and other people heard about the date, and we were like, it was back when I was a scaredy cat, and I didn't like going over state lines. I was like,
Didn't like going over state
I'm
lines.
only 23 at the time, and I'm scared. And I also only have like $20 to my name. Like, yeah, it was funny. I was like, meh. I'd rather go to like the rodeo or the movies. The rodeo is just good ass food. That's the only reason to go. Good ass food and lots of good sights, if you know what I mean. If you know what I
Yep.
mean. The wink wink. Plus the gambling, Adam.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Man, I fucking love gambling. That's like my favorite shit. I just went to the casino
Mine too.
last week as well. I went and played some blackjack and was a very happy boy.
Dude, I fucking. Oh, man. I haven't been to a casino in so long, and it's sad that Texas doesn't have them.
That's weird to me. Like, out of all the things they don't have, I don't understand why they don't have a fucking casino or many casinos.
You can't even gamble in the state. I think it's because like the old west times where like gambling led to like duels and shit in the streets, and they just weren't about that. And also, it's like very religious-y here. Some not
Yeah.
in Houston specifically. Houston's pretty good about like nobody gives a fuck, but like overall Texas, I think them Christian boys don't want you gambling. You'll make Jesus cry.
Silly talk.
It is silly talk. I just don't get it. Like, I guess I'll have to go to like Louisiana or Oklahoma. There's only 3 casinos in Texas, and they're all in West Texas, and they're Indian owned. They're Indian owned and ran. Or Native American. I don't want to offend, but whatever. We all know what I mean.
Don't worry, it's an Indian casino. That nothing will change.
Native population. But
When you
yeah,
walk in
I'd
there,
love to
there's a
go.
giant fucking Indian fucking cigar store mannequin. I think it's okay to call it an Indian casino. I think they know their shtick.
Yeah, for real. I would love to just like, man, now y'all make me miss it. Play
It's
fucking
weird.
roulette.
Shit's weird. Like when I see the differences between other states and here, I still like other states. Other states got a lot of cool shit, but then I sit back and I'm like, why does PA have easy gun laws, casinos? For some reason, I don't know why Texas doesn't have medical marijuana. Actually, I know why Texas doesn't have medical
What are you
marijuana,
talking
but
about? Yeah.
yeah, Texas.
I
But
laugh because like it's everywhere. Like you can smell it everywhere. Like,
of course, especially in Houston.
but it's like,
Think about who's from Houston. Paul Wall is a part of Houston. You got Mike Jones. You know,
who?
that's it. Mike Jones. That's enough right there. I mean, just out the gate, those two right there. It's got to be 45% them.
It's just crazy because like realistically, you would think it would stimulate the economy.
Well, I guess if their economy doesn't need stimulating, they probably don't give a shit.
I just
Sure, the
think like,
economy's okay, right?
yeah, for the most part. But like I look at it this way, like I recently I recently started taking the opinion of like almost a, and it sounds really bad, but it's like a legalize all of it type of mentality, and it's because like I heard a very like solid argument for like why you should legalize like heroin and cocaine and like Molly and like all that shit people want to do. And it's because most of the issue with a lot of those drugs is they're manufactured in an unsafe way and they lead to crime because of the black markets that are associated with them and the groups, the organized crime groups that run and sell the stuff. So a solution is if you legalize everything, those organizations go under or they have to become legit, and then you have the government basically, well, and people are afraid of this, but like you have not the government per se, but you have some organization in charge of making sure things are pure or like done in the correct way, so it's not, you're not getting shit laced with like fentanyl or like laced with formaldehyde and stuff, or bleached and then fucking cut with, you know, other shit. Like if you legalize it and then regulate it, like you're taking care of so many people's like issues.
It's that's 50-50 because like the third option that you're missing is that when Big Brother gets involved and all those regulations come into play, a $10 gram of weed becomes a $30 gram of weed, and then
Yeah.
people still go buy it on the street anyway. Now, without using just weed as the example, you use fucking heroin, coke, whatever it is. One, there's no way to make coke clean. Coke's always going to be fucking dirty.
Yeah.
And you also probably, even with an age limit, not give people access to coke and heroin, which are things that have addictive chemicals in them just by makeup, as well as, like it could easily still kill them. It doesn't matter the dose.
Yeah.
Like, you could still recommend a dose to anybody. They could still fucking kill themselves with it.
But you look at it like, you know, how like you could have like cafes where it's a Coke cafe. You basically can go there, you can do Coke at this cafe only while you're at the cafe, and then as soon as you leave the cafe, it's like, you know, you can still have it in your system, but you can't be like, you know what I mean? Like there's kinds of things you can do. It's kind of like in Amsterdam, they have the coffee shops where, you know, you can smoke weed and eat the weed brownies in the coffee shop and stuff like that. And like, I don't know. I think like again, it's just me spouting off just like stupid shit. I'm a nobody. I've not done any like actual drugs ever.
So,
I've smoked weed and done Vicodin. What up, yo?
so, here's the thing. Like, obviously, weed's been legal there since forever. So weed's not really a problem there, and people consider people who smoke every day there like a junkie. They're like, oh, he's a junkie. They also revolutionized the idea of mushrooms and turned fucking something you couldn't cultivate, which were truffles, into fucking magic mushroom truffles, which was like a huge game changer.
Hmm.
But for the next whole big thing is Amsterdam is extremely popular for their flowers. Like when you see pictures of Amsterdam, it's always like a big fucking like pinwheel looking fucking little windmill shit and poppy flowers everywhere.
Meadows.
The thing is, all those poppies are growing, and that attracts the fucking hippies. Well, I'm gonna call them the hippies. And these
Mhm.
fucking bozos decide they're gonna go out onto these goddamn farms. And once they get in these fucking farms, they hide out and they just cut poppies, bleed the milk dry out of them, and then get high on fucking 100%, pure poppy, and then they fucking die in the woods, and there's just bodies everywhere. So this is the big case in point why you can't just give people that shit because they'll just kill themselves anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like I started thinking about it. I was like, man, we ban so much like alcohol is legitly like something where I've seen people like drink so much that their fucking eyes roll into the back of their head and they're like comatose, and you're like, oh shit, like
Alcohol
I've never gotten so
alcohol is
high that
bad.
that's happened from weed.
Al- and that's true. That's the big difference between weed and alcohol. Like the worst you could do with weed is probably just fall asleep.
I know, right?
That's probably the worst you
In
can
the
do. With
middle of a
alcohol,
room of
you can
people
just
talking to you, you just
just fucking nod off. But alcohol, man, you never know when that button's gonna click over, and they're just like, oh, he's got alcohol poisoning. Ah, fuck, he's dead. Whoops.
yeah, seriously.
Oops, oopsie daisies. Or oh, he went drunk driving. Like it's all bad. Like most people, once they're so high, they're just like, I can't drive.
Yeah, like
Alcohol, it doesn't matter how much alcohol you drink. You're just like, yeah, I'll be fine.
literally,
And
that's the response every time. I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
I've literally, I'll never forget when Adam and I went for a walk in the rain. I don't know if I've told this story on here yet, but it's one of my favorite
Yeah.
stories. And it was right when Pokemon Go came out, and
Beautiful.
Chelsea and I wanted to go swimming, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna. And this was like maybe like, when did Pokemon Go come out? Like 2000, like
Probably 2015,
2015. Yeah,
2016. Yeah, 15, 16.
long enough. I can't incriminate myself. It's whatever. But I ate a brownie. I ate an edible, and I went swimming for a little bit, and then Adam came over, and we were like, it was Pokemon Go just came out. The park right across the road had like a Pokestop and like a bunch of Pokemon. We're like, yo, we can get our fitness in, and we can go catch some Pokemon. So we're like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And Chelsea's like, all right, I'm gonna sit at the pool and read my book. Blah 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 blah. And Adam and I start walking, and like we go to the park. We're like, yeah, and we caught some shit. We're like, oh man, there's another Pokestop. We keep following this trail, so we walk this trail, and we end up at a bunch of Select Medical's like campus, like, and there's a shit ton of buildings, and we're like looking at the sky. I'm like, it's getting pretty gray, dude. I think it's about to fucking just start raining. And like as soon as we're like, all right, maybe we should head back. It just starts fucking torrential downpouring, and that's right when I was starting to get like it kicked in, because like I was already working out from swimming, and to burn it in my system faster. And then like we were walking, so it's like, you know, I just consumed all that THC like really fast. And we're underneath a fucking tree, hugging it, like hiding from the rain. And I was like, I called Chelsea, like, hey, can you pick us up? Like, we're at Select Medical, stuck behind the furthest building. And she's like, oh my fucking God. All right, I guess I can come and get you guys. And so she picks us up, and like the whole time she's just like, fucking just like, I can't believe you guys are out there and blah blah blah. And I'm just like giggling to myself because I'm just baked out my fucking brain. And then she's like, do you know how fucked up I am right now? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. You did this too. Adam's just sitting there laughing at us, being like, you guys are fucking stupid. I love that though. We did have some great times with that.
With that,
I mean, there was a
that
couple times
yeah,
where
was latest.
that year where it was just like, I turned 25 and that was like what I just wanted to do. I was like, I've never done anything. Let's do this. Now
That's
look,
good.
I'm 30. I don't do nothing. I just drink. Because I live in a
Yeah,
hard state.
bad. Smoke weed instead.
Wish, man. If my job wouldn't kill me for it, I would. That's the thing. Like, I kind of getting
Are
disappointed
you
in
really? So you really
companies.
getting fucking hit for randos at the fucking furniture store?
Dude, it's happened to so many people around me that I'm like, why? I don't
That's
understand.
that's just so absurd.
I think
It
it has to
doesn't
do
make
with
any fucking sense.
I think it has to do with the health insurance. Like
Probably.
I think a lot of health insurance plans, like you get such a discount, and then you have to drug test your employees to prove that, you know, they're being responsible or whatever the fuck. Because like when you're insuring people, like if you have like your business insurance, even that probably requires you to do it.
I
So
don't know, man, because the state doesn't fucking require it. If the state don't, I don't see why anybody else would need it.
yeah, well, Texas
If
is
the
a whole nother beast.
if the state's cool with fucking hiring people who are potentially on fucking drugs, I feel like the private industry should be just as fucking easy to work with.
I agree. I think we need to be more like Europe, man. Eurofins, they don't drug test. They're like, whatever you do at home is your own business. Well, just don't do it at work.
That's what I'm saying. You get 8 hours of my life, not all 24.
Yeah, it's kind of like a disappointment overall because like I foresee like the benefits of it because like I remember when I worked at like Select and stuff, and it was just like I would have a stressful day, and I was like, yeah, this like keeps me coming back to work is doing this at night, and now it's just like if you do this, you could lose your job because of blah blah blah. It's like, when did we become a narc nation for no reason? Like somebody could go home and drink like 6 bottles of wine and that's fine, but like one person like eats an edible gummy and it's like, you're a fucking terrible monster and you can't work here. Like, what?
The people are fucking bozos, and then the same people who say you can't do it are doing it themselves anyway.
It's true. I mean, that's literally like, it's just insane to me. Like, that is like, I would say the only downfall so far of Texas is like, I kind of wish I would have moved to a state where recreational is legalized, just for the sole fact that like it, in my experience in life, I've found alcohol for me on a weird level. Like I'm a happy drunk most of the time, but I've also been an apologetic drunk where I'm the guy who's like, I'm fucking sorry, I'm so drunk. Like I don't allow myself to get that drunk anymore. But I used to apologize all, like Adam can attest. I would get fucking hammered and be like, I'm sorry guys, I'm fucked up. Just being an annoying asshole. And people would have to babysit me. But like when I get super fucking baked, I'm just giggling about Oreo sharks and fucking making up fucking little things and just laughing to myself or thinking about Russell Crowe and calling him West Crowe and all sorts of stuff. Like,
What's Crow?
dude, I'll never forget that. That was like one of the greatest movie theater experiences. It's yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the stigma anymore. Like I feel like it's about to be 2022 Can we grow up? Like, you're gonna require everybody to wear masks and get shots. The least you can do is like fucking let them get stoned at home.
The change is happening, like, but it's some states. I just wonder how long it's gonna hold out for. Like Texas is one where I feel like,
It'll be a while.
even though the weird thing is, like, the state is a good state. It's attracting a lot of like high-end celebrities. They
Hmm.
want to move there, you know.
Oh, they have,
Florida
yeah,
and Florida and Texas are the new fucking California.
for real.
So at this point, you would assume that they'd be catering to these people and all they're bringing in. Instead, not much is changing, which I almost have to respect. That they're like, these are the rules. This is what we do.
Yeah, it
But
is
you would
just a
think
shame.
this would be the opposite, though. You'd think it'd go the other way.
I don't know. I just laugh. I mean, dude, we're in the who knows anymore. I mean, we're in the middle of them fucking reversing Roe v. Wade. So like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, America keeps taking like steps backwards, and I'm starting to become like a fucking Republican in my mind because I'm like, we are literally going backwards under every administration so far. It's just like, what is happening? Like, as soon as we can just get rid of religion from politics, the world will be a better America. Like, we'll have a better America whenever like we stop putting our faith in with government. It's just like it's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our resources. You should put your personal beliefs aside when you take that chair or take any government position and just be like, realistically, does this chick getting an abortion hurt this man? No. Cool. Let's not review if it's life or whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm like, COVID killed enough people. We could lose more. The world has the world needs less people. This is nature doing its course, getting rid of the overpopulation. And it's like, I don't know. I just look at it as like, yeah. And then also we should just legalize weed. I mean, fuck. Prohibition was so long ago. Like,
It's ending. It's coming. It's coming.
I just think like if there's so much evidence about benefits of it, and not just I'm not talking just THC, because Delta 8, CBD, like all of that stuff, there's benefits to a lot of it. My dad got he has his issues like his health problems, and he got his medical card, and he has a 1-for-1 THC CBD that has helped him get sleep and his appetite back. And like I'm like, look at that. Like they wanted him to take pain medication. He's like, I'm not getting addicted to pills. That's fucking stupid. I'll do this. I'm like, are we just not going to use our brain and see that there's a benefit to this?
I don't disagree about the benefits. Obviously, you know me. It's just, the government can't control it. They can't make money on it, so they're not gonna make that step.
I,
It's just not gonna happen,
I just think it's so
unfortunately.
stupid. They could like look at Colorado, man. Like Denver
Yeah,
specifically. Denver went from being like an okay ski town to like a #1 destination in America and like a safe place and a clean place within like what 5 years of when they've legalized marijuana there.
just think back, like early, even early mid 2000s into the 90s. Denver was like the butt of every joke about being the dumbest fucking place you could ever go,
Yeah,
and now motherfuckers are flocking to it to go just to go smoke some fucking weed.
yeah, and ski. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, get high and go snowboard and ski and shit and go tubing and all that bullshit.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. If all athletes and actors are using it recreationally, why can't normal people?
Not for us fucking peons,
I guess
us
so.
serfs.
Guess so.
It's for the rich and the worthy.
Yeah. But again, for any federal agents listening to this, the things I did were years ago. I'm no longer that guy. Don't arrest me. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I. This was we were supposed to have a guest, but we have to reschedule. He texted me because his work didn't let him out in time. So probably no episode next week. Because Adam will be in Tejas. We'll be living it up. Unless we could try to record It doesn't matter to me.
We could try it.
Yeah, we
We
can
could
try it. Give it a shot. And yeah, I don't know. That'll be fun having our little guest over. David, I can't wait for you to hear the 18.5 episode Adam and I recorded.
Okay, tight.
I'm gonna release that. I'm gonna actually
Oh.
like spam a bunch of episodes up pretty soon. I have them, most of them
We also
converted.
need to talk Dune at some point in time.
Oh fuck! Do you guys want to talk Dune real quick? Oh no, no, we have to dedicate a
Dune
whole
anytime.
episode.
Yeah.
We need some time.
Yeah, Adam has a lot of notes.
I took a lot of notes.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I
don't
loved
forget
it.
that, Adam. Please remember that. Maybe that's what we'll do next week.
Hey, we do a mini Dune episode maybe next
Lil
week.
Lil Dune.
Little Dune,
A little
Little
Dune.
Dune action.
Little Dune that.
Lil
Little
Dune.
Dune that.
You know, little whatever the fuck his title's gonna be. I forget what Paul's title is.
That does.
The Maharaja
I
of
got thoughts
Nevada.
on that too. I got thoughts on everything.
Fucking. Do you know where that reference is from?
What'd you say?
The Maharaja of Nevada. Do you know what that's from?
Sounds
It
like something
sounds very
weird. It sounds like
familiar,
some shit
but
from
I
like Love
don't-
Guru or some shit.
It is it's fucking it's Jackie Chan when they're in Shanghai Nights and they're going to the fucking ball and he's dressed like an Indian man and they introduce him as the Maharaja of Nevada. And they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" He's just like he has a little turban on with like a gem, and Jackie Chan just nods his head and he goes, "Nevada." It's like the stupidest thing ever, but it's so funny. It's just like Jackie Chan probably had no idea what the fuck he was doing, but it's like one of the funniest things that stuck to my brain all these years.
Well, Jackie knew.
And just
That
like
It was comedy.
Oh, Wilson, the guy goes,
Yeah.
"Spotted dick." He goes, "What the hell did you just ask me?" This guy's asking if I got the clap. It's so funny. Like, I stand by it. You know what? People say the Rush Hour movies are hilarious. I think the Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights is way funnier than Rush Hour.
They are.
I don't
It's
know,
been a
man.
while. I'll have to rewatch that. It's been
It's been a while since I've seen them both, so I don't.
I feel like they've aged better, but
I don't
you know
know.
what? Maybe that's what we'll have to watch this weekend. Some Rush Hour and then Shanghai Noon.
Dude, I don't want it to age well or bad or anything. Like, when it comes to shit, I want shit to still be absurd. Like, when I rewatch the Nutty Professor dinner scenes and shit, I need shit to be like that in my life. Dude, when's the last time you watched it? Because I forgot how funny it was. Beyond the farts, I was like, yo, what the fuck did they just say? Like, it is the funniest shit.
Come on, Cletus. Come
Ever.
on,
Yeah.
Cletus.
You walk over, but you're limping back.
It's so
Like,
yo, and the best part is that's just him.
yeah, it's
Like
all
there's
him, dude.
there's two people that aren't him in that whole scene, and it's the kid and the one older brother is not him, but everyone else is him. So it's like, what the fuck? Like,
He's just talking to himself.
yeah, fucking Eddie Murphy. Like, probably like I wonder how long it took to film shit like that because he's going from one fat suit. Like they had to film a whole scene of him in that one fat suit. Keep that
Oh, yeah.
set there, and then the next day go and film the next section of him talking to himself. Like, that's fucking insane.
Oh, yeah, because
That's
he had
so
Well, they
stupid.
I mean, they probably did like all the scenes with that one character like
For weeks on end.
in a day or two, and then switched the costume and then redid it.
Oh my god. Yeah, but think if you fucked up something and you have to go back and film that. Like, oh my god.
You got to put on the
Yeah.
fucking the fat suit, the outfit, and the prosthetics, the whole fucking
Everything.
whole 9
Yeah.
yards, man.
I can see my dick. I can see
Yeah.
my dick. I can see. Like, that's what I'm wearing spandex. He's going, and then gives
Oh,
himself a
yeah.
headache.
The scene where he's in the fucking like Pilates class or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was amazing. That was so good.
He's looking at her ass. He goes, "I got a nice ass. You got a nice ass too." Like, yeah, fucking Jesus Christ. Those
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy killed it. That shit is just amazing.
You also get to see a really, really young, like 16-year-old Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
when he gets.
I'm
his
trying to remember what the
ass-
fuck his
he's
name.
Reggie.
Reggie. Yeah. I
Reggie
think
the
it was
Wreck.
Reggie.
No.
That
He's-
shit was funny.
He goes, ladies and gentlemen, Reggie has left the building. Throws him inside the piano.
Yep.
God damn
That's
it.
giant fucking hat he was wearing and shit too. It was great.
Yeah, and he had that little like weird ass haircut, and he like made fun for it.
Yep.
Dude, see, like those type of movies, we need more of those in the world. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the nostalgic magic of it, but I feel like movies like The Nutty Professor work versus like The Love Guru because like I think it just misses like it doesn't have the right charm, you know?
The Love Guru just sucked in general. Like seems like Don't Mess with the Zohan. Like those two movies came out. Regardless of how you feel about PC, the movies were just shit.
I just
They
think
just
they
had
came out because they wanted money. But that's
I don't know, dude. Mike Myers doesn't really need money. And what the fuck was the last movie he did before The Love Guru? Fucking Goldmember.
probably.
That's what I'm saying. It was so long ago, and he's riding on so much fucking money from those franchises. Like he doesn't need any fucking money. Like he thought this was gonna be funny and tried to write something, and or somebody did, and he agreed to it, and it just came out fucking awful. Like I don't imagine this was his whole fucking idea for that movie, because that shit was it's just bad. It's just so fucking stupid.
I don't know, man. They'll eventually figure it out. I think he needs to come out with something soon. I would love to see like a modern day Austin Powers to see what a fucking woke world Austin Powers would be. Is like I would be fascinated to see this movie.
Dude, I'm very much under the impression that we'll never get one of those movies. I mean, Seth Green has written scripts. Fucking Mike Myers has tried to write scripts. He's literally had so many show up on his doorstep. He said that he can't ever commit to one of them because he doesn't think any of them are the right move. He's like, if you're gonna bring this franchise back, it has to be amazing, and I haven't seen amazing yet. And I was like, shit, if he even turns down the Seth Green scripts, which Seth Green usually writes some pretty good shit. Usually anything he does is pretty fucking funny. If Seth Green can't even hit the bill and can't even hit it just right, like clearly it's not good. Something's missing, something's off. But I can understand, man, why fucking bring back a already almost perfect trilogy? Why try to touch it again?
Cause why not, man? That's why they have the Matrix 4 coming out. Cause why not?
That's different though, because that's from the actual creators, and that looks really good.
Yep, I'm totally seeing that shit in theaters.
I know the only fuck. What else is coming out in
Adam can't.
okay,
Oh my god, Adam hasn't seen any of the Matrixes.
that's alright.
Matrixes?
Yeah, I've never seen
May
it.
try. Yeah.
Matrix?
Yeah.
It's worth watching, but
Matrices?
also at the same time, dude, like
Nah, I
what's
missed
that?
the
That's
boat
like an
on
eight
that.
hours, 8 hours worth of fucking movies right there for the first three or
Too
some
much.
shit. Yeah,
Way
that's what I'm
too
saying.
much.
It'd be a lot
Can't
to
do it.
fucking jump into.
Just watch the first one.
Fuck.
That's all you
Like that
got.
2-hour movie is too much for me anymore. I can't do it.
I feel that, dog.
I had to take a break during Dune.
So did we, dude. We got halfway through, and I was like, I looked at
Yeah.
her, and I was like, look, I know this is a dense movie. I was like, so you must be fucking dying. I was like, we'll resume this tomorrow.
See, I thought that movie had really good pacing though.
Oh, it does, but I just like,
That's what kept me involved. Like, and you know me, like I'll watch the shit anyway. Like I'll burn through it. But that fucking movie, I was like, okay, this pacing is like, and it was like the same as like the fucking Avengers Endgame and shit. Like it had really good pacing. It was long, but it was paced out to the point where I wasn't just like, holy shit, I'm losing myself.
I feel
Because I
that.
get that. Because no matter what, I don't care how good Lord of the Rings is, I do love it. Every time I watch it, towards an hour and a half in, I'm like, I'm fucking done. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
My brain's tired of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't. My eyes are just done with you. My eyes and my brain are fighting me to just walk away and do anything outside.
Pluck them out and throw them to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, shit, mates. I guess this was just another day with
David.
Adam.
Elliott. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, and maybe follow us on Spotify
And kiss me.
and kiss David.
The show